Yes, Rita was giving it the old, oh, I know, Scrabble. And, like, I want to practically die out of boredom.
Oh, don't be so ungrateful.
At least she let me have a sip of sherry.
You what?
At midnight.
Oh, great.
Keep your wig on. It's only a titchy sip. She was well slosh. She said when she was 13, her mum let her have a drink of shandy. And that was like centuries ago.
So this one's out boozing while the other one's out...
Like what?
Nothing.
I know something's going on.
There's nothing for you to worry about.
Glad you had a nice time, love.
Totally love it.
Happy New Year, Rosie! You total cow!
Hey, where do you think you're going?
To see Craig.
Oh, no, you're not.
You, back upstairs.
Will somebody please tell me what's going on?
Oh, drop dead, Sophie. Charming!
Stop stirring it. You, upstairs.
But, Dad,
Are you deaf?
you can't just lock me up forever.
You're a kid. You live by our rules.
Right, hi. My name's Sophie and I sleep next to you. Does anyone please want to tell me what's going on?
Sophie, go and put the kettle on for us right now. Come on.
Flipping invisible in this house, Meg.
How long's the silent treatment going to go on for? Till you need another sub, I suppose. Thankless task this has turned out to be.
I'm not a kid.
The law of the land says you are.
The law of the land's got me mum locked up for something she never did.
Look, if I seemed a bit heavy-handed yesterday...
You were totally out of order. You're meant to be keeping an eye on me, not running my flaming life.
I'm in loco parentis. I've got to think what your mum would say. Well, and your dad.
My dad would probably debt me. But he's dead. And I'm very much alive, thanks.
I knew no good had come of it.
It was all fine until people started sticking their nose in.
I did try to warn you.
Yeah, well, her dad's lost it anyway. I mean, what's he going to do? Watch the 24/7 till her 16th birthday?
Look, just steer clear of the lass and her dad.
I don't tell you how to run your relationship.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah, well, so am I. So just get off my case.
A Happy New Year, gorgeous.
And how have you been?
Oops, here we go.
Oh, I'm only asking.
Never better. We're eating out tonight.
Oh, do we have to? I'd much rather cuddle up on the settee.
Already booked?
Oh. So, how's he been?
Pretty good. And you find used tea bags in the fridge. And he had 2 baths the other night. One straight after the other.
And he didn't realise?
Nope. Just found them looking at the towels, all confused.
How's the Sleeping Beauty?
I don't know. His bed's not been slept in.
Must have kipped over at a mate's.
Oh, why didn't he phone me?
Blimey, Frankie, he's probably copped off with a girl. The last thing on his mind's going to be to phone his stepmother. A bit of a passion killer, don't you think?
But he always phones. He knows I'd worry.
And did you?
Well, I didn't know he hadn't come back.
You'll be fine.
He always phones or texts, always.
Thank God for sailor return. One of these Christmases I'll get it right.
Yes, well, you see, some people prefer to email the season's greetings in a round robin. Sorry, no pun intended. You know, I'm just glad the whole thing's over. Emily didn't half put a dampener on the festivities.
Loving Christmas isn't compulsory, Norris.
Normally, I have the utmost respect for her, but there's only just so much stoicism I can stomach. Oh, so sorry, can I help you?
Yeah,
Oh, Ed, isn't it?
Mrs. Sullivan, Happy New Year.
Oh, and the same to you. And it's Rita. This is Norris, my business partner.
Happy New Year, Norris.
Likewise.
Ed is a friend of Emily's from church.
Oh, fancy.
I've just called round there, actually, but there's no answer.
No, she's helping out at the Salvation Army hostel, isn't she?
Oh, I believe so. We don't live in each other's pockets.
Right. Well, I might try and call round later. Thanks.
You're very welcome. And you have the nerve to call Emily a grump.
Well, he didn't even buy so much as a packet of chewing gum, did he?
Nice one,
I tried talking to him, Pin, but as soon as I mentioned the quacks, he went right off the deep end.
Well, what did he say?
Well, plenty, believe me. He just thinks he's being got at from all sides.
I thought he'd take it from you.
Yeah, but even if he had done, chances are he'd have woke up in the morning and not remembered any of it.
Don't.
It's his pride. Some of the time, he is fine. He's still got a good few marbles left.
Well, I hope he's got some for tonight. He's booked a table at the Clock.
Well, good for him.
What, do you think so?
Yeah.
What, pretending everything's normal over 3 long courses? Seeing him forget another name or a word, or that blank look he gets on his face when something else disappears from his memory.
He seems chirpy enough to me.
He knows the score. We both know that we both know.
Oh, cheer up. Might never happen.
Anyway, thanks for trying, Danny.
You're welcome, love. Not for me. I've got some work to do.
Oh, take the afternoon off.
Excuse, what do you mean, take the afternoon off? We can't all live on planet Leanne. Some of us have got to bankroll it.
You got no complaints, have you?
Not one.
Good. Then treat yourself to an afternoon in bed.
No can do. You have it. No! Save it for me when I get home. Go on.
How are you getting on?
Oh, I can't concentrate.
Tyrone seems to be managing OK. I've just stuck my head in there now. He says business is steady.
Great.
Oh, Kevin.
She's right, though, isn't she? We can't keep her locked up forever.
Where's Tommy when you need him?
He would have knocked that lad into next week.
I think Keith thinks we're making a mountain out of a molehill.
He's out of his depth.
I wish we could electronically tag the pair of them.
Electric chair to do, Craig.
I mean, I assumed they were snogging, doing that adolescent stuff. I'm really naive. I'm so busy feeling sorry for Craig that I didn't look at him in that way.
Back in work on Wednesday, son.
Well, I could always phone in sick Thursday, Friday.
And then what? That gives us a week. What flaming use is a week?
Thank you, darling.
How'd it go at Kinloch's?
Oh, fine, and Brian says hello.
Good, good. They happy with the quote?
Yeah, they were. What's the matter? Don't you trust me or something?
That's rich coming from you. A couple of weeks ago, you was turning out my pockets, Michael.
Oh, water under the bridge.
Well, you seem on good form.
I am. I'm going to propose to Penny.
Are ya?
Yeah, I should have done it months ago.
Well, put it there. That's brilliant. That's great news. Blinding.
Yep. Put a sparkler in town, book the table, champagne on ice.
All bases covered, eh? Good for you. Brilliant. Well played. Brilliant.
Ain't New Year boring? Shoot me now. Fancy another brew?
I'm getting off in a minute.
Spoil sport.
Jamie phoned.
Oh. Finally come up for air, has he?
She's gone to see Warren.
Spain? Little jet setter.
Said he's been meaning to go for a while. Just hopped on a plane.
Mystery solved then. Just thee and me.
Yeah.
Party on. We could go to the pictures or something.
See how we go, eh?
I need to keep busy. It helps me keep sober.
Well, I wouldn't mind an early night. I need to get my head together.
Oh, come on, Frankie. Pictures and a few slimline tonics. You can get plastered. Would be tempted. 2006 and all that.
Get back in! You can't stop us seeing each other.
Oh, you got a death wish or something?
Please, Dad.
Get back in the house or God help me, I will batter the pair of you.
Just give us 5 minutes, will you?
Take your filthy hands off my daughter. Get in.
We'll be all right.
You can't keep your locks up forever. And if I've got to tell you again, I will beat the living daylights out of you. And if they bang me up, you're worth it. Get in.
You should hear the way David and Sarah speak to Gail.
Really?
I have to bite my tongue sometimes.
I can imagine.
Then nobody wants Grandma weighing in with her two pennyworth, do they?
Or Grandad.
No, that's different. Because you're flying solo. My lot have got Gail.
Craig's so full of lip and he's chippy too.
Oh, I mean, kids today, they're so articulate, aren't they? They think they've got an answer for everything.
Well, he defied me. Stop in, I said. You're not going out that door.
Oh, well, that was like a red rag to a bull, wasn't it, that?
Oh, maybe. But I was totally stumped. I couldn't make him see sense.
Well, you've got to toughen up. Come on. Now, tell him there's no more skulking out to see Rosie Webster.
Well, he'll laugh in my face.
Pete, you've got to be firm. Lay down the law. You're the adult, he's the child. Remind him of a few home truths, huh?
Ta. Thought you looked like you could do with a bit of cheering up.
Tell me about it.
Well, I was hoping that you would tell me about it.
It's embarrassing.
I'm good with embarrassing. I've had a lifetime of it.
I was full of cold. Decided to pray at home instead.
I don't mean to pry. I just wondered if you were okay. It'll go no further.
Oh, I know. Well, strictly between us, because I'm sure he's a very dedicated man, but I'm not... Well, I'm finding it hard to adjust to the Reverend Ashbourne's replacement.
A bit too happy-clappy, yeah?
I pride myself on moving with the times. I'd love to have email. I think it's ingenious that a mobile phone can take a photograph. I'm not wedded to the past.
No, good, because the past can hold us back.
I like to pray in the proximity of other people, but without all of this...
Heart on your sleeve stuff?
I cherish the hymns that I've grown up with, the Bible passages that have sustained me through some terrible times.
Yes, these things are very precious.
I'm sure the Reverend Sedgley's a decent man. I suppose I feel I'm swimming against the tide.
And that's not a very nice feeling, is it?
Perhaps I'm just worrying unnecessarily.
I know. What if you and other like-minded parishioners were to gather once a week to look through your favourite passages?
Wouldn't that be seen as rebellion?
Tough. I'll clear it with the powers that be, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name and all that.
What if it's just me, a minority of one?
I'm game on. So that's 2 of us. You see, we are pleasing the big fella already.
You are a real tonic.
And I can think of at least another 3 that sing from your hymn sheet. So why don't we lick 'em into shape?
Yeah, so Alice Foreman's got one, and Bryony Bolter. I mean, it's like bright-tastic in the changing rooms, and I'm just stood there looking like a total freak.
It's awful when you stand out front crowd, isn't it?
It's dead embarrassing, and they spend a fortune on Rosie's school fees, and they won't even give me a 20 quid bra. Well, $18.99.
I understand how you must feel.
Ow! You were a boy, wanting to be a girl.
Well, it weren't quite as cut and dried as that.
Look, right, I don't want to be a boy. I just want a bra.
You want to fit in, to belong. That's what I understand. Why don't you have another drink on the house, eh?
I've got to go.
Well, if you ever want to talk again,
Yeah, whatever.
Hardly the end of the world, is it? 4 weeks, 260 change.
True.
But we just built a nice momentum. Then he goes and gets a gig on a cruise. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Maybe. Cruise ships are wall-to-wall with merry widows, aren't they?
Don't you trust him?
Oh, yeah, of course. No, I do. I knew it were all too good to be true.
Well, for heaven's sake, if you can't survive 4 weeks apart. So, 3 large gin and tonics and a lemonade.
Ah, thanking you. So, where's Drummer Boy off to?
Casa Flaming Blanca.
What?
Blimey.
Could it sound any more romantic?
You played it for her, you can play it for me. Play it.
There's no need to rub it in. You see, the women that plump for these cruises are often on the change, so they'll all be wilting in the Moroccan heat or stuck in a cabin fanning themselves with a brochure.
There's no point worrying.
So how's Fred?
Oh, that ship's long sailed, thank you.
Give over.
We're friends. Good friends.
If you say so.
Hey, he's going to propose a toast.
Well, it's 2006.
Oh, like he needs an excuse.
Actually, no toast. Let's get wasted.
Hey.
Oh, I'd settle for a bag of chips.
Well, we'll get some on the way to the wedding.
I might not last that long.
To love, romance, and safe deliveries. Actually, in 2006, I prefer the shorter toast.
Well, less is more.
Unless you're talking about chocolate.
Or Vernon Kay.
Oh, drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, I bet he's a lovely dad and all. It must be fab, mustn't it? You know, coming home from work all knackered and narky, and they're there, in your face, just delighted to see you.
Have you been watching the Walters again?
I'm serious. I do have a serious button, you know.
Ooh.
I'd love to be a dad.
I hate you.
Well, that's a price I'm happy to pay.
I mean, really hate you.
And that's another week you're grounded.
But we love each other.
Look, I'm trying to work here. If you're hungry, get a bag of crisp.
You and Mum have so lost the plot.
And that's another week you're grounded. It's going to be Easter at this rate by the time you surface again.
Why? What's she done?
Nothing for you to worry about.
Go and play in front of the lorry, Sophie.
Not funny.
Nobody tells me anything. Nobody listens to what I am going through. You think you have a hard life? Try being in my shoes.
All right. So where did you slope off to earlier?
Surprised you even noticed.
You do not leave this house. You understand? You will make things worse for Craig. And he's already in enough trouble.
I hate this house!
King prawn linguine. Do you know what? I've been looking forward to this all afternoon. And a bottle of Moët Vintage 85.
The normal champagne would do nicely.
Anyone would think she was picking up the tab. The vintage, thanks.
And the goat cheese, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
How old's your mum, Penny?
73. You asked me that in the car.
Yes, I did. I know I did, yeah.
Do you remember our last meal here?
Steak and chips?
You know what I mean.
Look, let's not talk about the past. Let's talk about the future. Have I told you? You look drop-dead gorgeous.
No. Thank you.
I haven't half missed you.
Oh, likewise.
We're lucky, you know. A lot of people are going into the new year on their Todd. Lonely, full of dread.
You're not full of dread, are you?
Nah, it's going to be a good one for us. Despite that rabble I laughingly call my workforce, you should have seen that Janice Batterby's face today. Twice I had to tell her that she was yakking too much to concentrate.
Mike, I'm worried about your memory. And I don't want to nag and I don't want to fall out.
We are not going to fall out, Penny. Especially tonight. My memory's fine. Please, don't ruin this one.
Plenty of gay men have kids.
Yeah, in stable relationships. Anyway, I wouldn't want to do it on my own. I'd feel like I was just indulging myself.
Maybe the right fellow will sweep you off your feet.
I'm too full on. I can see myself in some care home, in a bath chair by a window.
Oh, do you have to be so maudlin?
I'm just being realistic.
Do you fancy nipping out for some chips? Pete's talking bath chairs with misery guts here.
Be careful.
I'd have a baby with you.
Yeah, right.
I would. If I don't meet the love of my life, then why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honest?
Yes.
Oh, my God, you would, wouldn't you?
Right, you're 29, aren't you?
Violet! Say that out loud again.
Well, I'm 25, so give me till I'm 30, say.
You might have met some bloke by then.
Yeah, well, so might you, you clown.
No. I've just got this feeling about a lonely old age.
Look, if we are still sat on the sad singles shelf gathering dust by 2011, then we will have a baby. But you have absolutely no say whatsoever in any of its names.
OK.
You'd be a wonderful dad. All full of fun and love. We would have the luckiest baby in the world.
£3, love.
He'd think I was stalking him.
He'd be delighted. You could soothe his cabin fever.
It'd wipe out my savings.
So, what's the point in saving for a rainy day when you can splash out on a romantic sunset?
I wouldn't know anyone except Vernon. I'd feel all clingy.
Go on, then I'll come with you. I mean it.
That dress really does suit you, you know. You look lovely in it.
Thanks.
Well, come on then, give us a smile. That stuff's 70 quid a bottle. That's more like it.
Thank you.
When you're finished, just leave that there. I'll sort that out.
Well, Happy New Year, darling. And whatever it brings, we'll get through it together.
Yes, just hang on a sec. And I did keep the receipt.
Mike.
Look, I'm not one for the bended knee stuff, but would you do me the very great honour of becoming my wife?